Hey PPA, it's Heidi Allen, founder of the Positive People Army. How is everyone? It's Wednesday. We are halfway through the week. And of course that means it's Positive Word Wednesday. But I decided today that we are not talking about a word. We are talking about a sentence today. We're talking about a sentence that is, it's never too late. So, as you know, on Positive Word Wednesday, it's my favorite day because this is the day that I always share a story. So sometimes I share personal stories of my own. Sometimes I tell stories that I've heard or, something from my past, whatever it is. So today I'm actually going to tell a personal story. So this particular story takes place a year ago. So a year ago, Mike and I took this incredible trip to Italy last August. It was a bucket list trip that we had been planning for a number of years, and we finally took the leap and we went to Italy last year. So while we were there, we did a tour. So we were a part of a tour and we would go from city to city. We did all of northern Italy and it was absolutely amazing and breathtaking. So as we were flying over to Italy, one thing you have to know about me, I'm not the greatest sleeper on the planet. And so flying over, of course, anytime you're going over to Europe, you always take that nighttime flight, which means that you can sleep while the plane is flying. And then when you get to your destination, you're a bit more refreshed. Well, I did not sleep the entire night as we were flying to Italy. Mike was snoring away. I did not sleep a wink, but that didn't stop me. The moment we arrived in Italy, we literally changed our clothes. We arrived in Rome. We went right to the Colosseum. So this was going to start my trip. So as you can tell now, what is happening as we're on this trip is I am sleep deprived and jet lagged, but I wasn't letting it stop me. So what would happen is every single morning we would get up, we would get on this bus because we were on this bus tour, and we would travel to one city, and then in the afternoon we may even travel to a different city, and then we'd go to a different one, and we're touring and we're going. It was also, while we were there, 40 degrees Celsius the entire time. So it's hot, we're doing lots of walking, we're staying up late, we're getting up early, and this was happening day after day. So of course, what's gonna happen? Jet lag and being that sleep deprived was gonna catch up with me. So what happened? About halfway through the trip, we arrived in Florence late afternoon. So late afternoon, we get there. I'm completely enamored with Florence because it's this beautiful art city. Of course, everywhere is in Italy, but there's so many statues. There's so much to see when you're in Florence. So we're running around all afternoon. We end up, having a late dinner, staying up late. The next morning, we are up at the crack of dawn because Mike and I had booked this incredible museum tour that we were doing to go and see the Statue of David, which, by the way, please go and see it. It is ginormous. It is so big and so spectacular. So we're up again first thing in the morning, and then we're touring Florence for the entire day. We meet up with some people that we'd met on our tour. We're shopping, we're having drinks. It's now about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And like I said, it's like 40 degrees Celsius. So burning hot the entire time we're there. But I'm having the time of my life. So we get back to our hotel room about 5 o'clock at night. And, it was one of those things where I was like, okay, well, we can shower, we can get ready, we can go back into the city again because we've been hot and sweaty all day. And I said to Mike, because like I said, jet lag and being a little sleep deprived was starting to catch up with me. And so I said to Mike, you know what? I just feel like I have to lay down for a few minutes. I think I just want to lay down, just kind of close my eyes for 10 minutes. I'm just going to close my eyes for 10 minutes. And Mike's like, if you need more than 10 minutes, you can are you kidding me? Heidi, seriously, I don't know how you're still standing after all of these days. You literally started this trip literally being up over 24 hours. And I'm like, no, just 10 minutes. 10 minutes, I'm going to lie down. So I laid down. Now, of course, because my body is screaming at me that I'm sleep deprived and jet lagged, I went into an incredibly deep sleep. I mean, out. I hardly even remember hitting the pillow. This is how tired I was, right? Then When I wake up, I kind of wake up and I'm a little groggy, and I open my eyes and I can see the sunshine blaring in the window. I jump up, I look at the phone, I see 7 o'clock, I jump up, I run into the bathroom. I'm literally screaming. I woke Mike up screaming. I'm screaming, oh my God, it's 7 o'clock, it's 7 o'clock. And I'm in the bathroom and I'm like turning the shower on, and Mike is like, Heidi, what? Like he's coming out of his sleep. He's like, what is going on? What are you screaming about? I'm like, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. We slept the entire night. We slept the entire night. I missed the entire night. Our last night in Florence, I missed the entire night. I was so tired. I slept all night. And Mike is like, what are you talking about? What? And I'm running around like a lunatic in our hotel room. I'm not lying. I was in such a panic that I'd slept the entire night away. I'd missed our entire night in Florence. I couldn't wait to have that evening, our last evening in Florence. And now I had slept the entire night away. This was my truth. This is what I was going through. And Mike is like, Heidi, he's trying to get my attention. Heidi, stop. And I'm like, what? Why aren't you getting ready? And he says to me, Heidi, look at your phone. It says 7 p.m. Not 7 a.m. It's 7 p.m. What? What are you talking about? I said to him. I need you guys to understand. Wholeheartedly, I believed it was 7 a.m. in the morning. Now, granted, my body is so thrown off by all the time changes and everything else and being sleep deprived that I truly believed it was 7 a.m. when in fact, it was 7 p.m. Why am I telling you this story, guys? Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because how many of you are walking around in life right now thinking it's 7 a.m. in the morning? As in, it's too late for me to start a new business. It's too late for me to go back to school. I don't have enough money to take a trip to Italy. I'm not smart enough to take whatever course it is that you want. I'm not talented enough to take up an instrument. What truth are you telling yourself and believing like I did? I believed it was 7 a.m. What are you telling yourself on a daily basis that guess what, guys? It's not true. It's not. It is never too late. Never too late to do whatever it is you want in life. If you believe it's too late, then that's a truth you told yourself and not the truth of life. Because at any moment, you can do whatever you want. Did you know Colonel Sanders from Kentucky Fried Chicken started that franchise at 66 years old? 66. Some people would have retired at 65. Not Colonel Sanders. He started one of the most successful franchises, Kentucky Fried Chicken, at 66 years old. So are you telling yourself you're too old? Are you telling yourself it's too late for me to do that? Oh, you know what? I'm too tired. I'm not smart enough. I won't be able to figure it out. What truth are you telling yourself that's not real? Are you walking around thinking it's 7 a.m. when in actual fact, it's 7 p.m.? So I want you to think about this time every time you get up, because I have to tell you, that moment in my life, because you guys all know that I truly believe everything happens for a reason. That moment in my life when I truly believed, I cannot tell you how much I believed it was 7 a.m. in the morning. That realization that I can tell myself and I can truly believe something was all in my mind. It wasn't 7 a.m. in the morning. It was 7 p.m. And that truth, when I realized that that was something I talked myself into, I made myself believe it wasn't the real truth. I got back from Italy that August, and I realized that it was never too late for me to leave a very successful job and start all over again in life as an entrepreneur. And I left my job. I put things into place. I started putting them into place. And I left my job only a couple months later on October 13th, 2017. Because my new truth became that it was 7 p.m. at night, and whatever I believe it is, it is. And you guys can do the exact same thing. So I want you to really start analyzing the thoughts that are going on in your head. And is it true? Because it's not. It is never too late to do anything you want. And I have to tell you, that evening when I finally did believe that it was 7 p.m., we went into the Square of Florence, and I am telling you, it was like the universe rewarded me for having that incredible epiphany in my life that I got the greatest lasagna. I ate the greatest lasagna that I have ever had, ever. And lasagna is one of my favorite foods. So guys, it's up to you what truth you're going to believe. It's 7 p.m., guys. You just gotta believe it. Have a great day. Happy Positive Wednesday. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me.